Hello. Hey everyone. My name is Michael Tomlinson. I am an Americanteer. Yes, I am. Today is October the 1st, 2022. And moving forward, I just uploaded the first video on YouTube from June. And there's another more handful to go. So they're going to be backdated and trying to catch up myself as I'm producing new content too. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. A real quick disclaimer for people who wonder why I wear sunglasses is that my eyes are a little screwy when it comes to light. So I'm not trying to be cool here with my sunglasses or hide anything, is that my eyes are so messed up because I've tried over the years, and I've been like this for a long time. So I have just tried to go without sunglasses, and even especially ambient light coming in windows is the harsh thing on my eyes, which means I'm indoors and I'm wearing my sunglasses because the crazy ambient coming in through the window from the sunlight is totally distracting my sense of vision, and it starts to, if it's too much light, things start to look kind of flat. It's the contrast. I lose the contrast there. So if I put on sunglasses, I can see the contrast, and I don't have to squint. I don't have to get irritated about ambient light hitting my eyes. So that's the reason why I wear sunglasses. If you're, just in case you're wondering, I know you're not asking, but if you're wondering why is this guy always wearing sunglasses, and that's the reason why. If I were to take them off and let you really look at my eyes, you'd probably agree with me and say, yeah, I'd wear sunglasses too, because they really, over the years, they've gotten more and more messed up. It's just something that has to do with, there's just an abundance of sunlight here on this planet, and it's just taking my eyes out. That's all I know. I've talked to eye doctors and people like that, but they just kind of really don't know what to say, except, it's just the way it is. Nothing really wrong, like they can spot with my eyes. So that's where that's at. The things that are going on in America right now are just off the hook, off the grid. I mean, it's just, I don't like it when people are talking about division and being divided in America, because that just kind of perpetuates more division and us being divided, because we make it a subject, we make it a topic, and then kind of self-assess ourselves to project what is it that we personally, like or dislike, and at that point it really doesn't matter. I mean, you already crossed that line of judgment and fallen into the trap of I'd rather be a part of dividing than unifying, and I'm on the wagon of unity and pulling everybody together, us setting up our own paths, our own roads for growth under the same principles and mindset of character for a new America. And this is all new, and I mean really new stuff. So I don't expect people just to grasp it first time around. It's going to take a little bit of a understanding over time to say, I really do agree now. But at first, you're probably going to assess everything I'm saying, and then what most people tend to do is that they will come up with their own assessment, like thing, but they just make sure it doesn't have anything to do with what I'm talking about. It's just a little over there or a little bit over there. It's not really in direct connection with being an Americanteer, but it has an indirect kind of like vibe, like I'm not going to do that because I'm going to think this now, and that takes me off the list from being accountable or responsible or having to make a decision, about what you're doing and whether I want to be a part of it or not. And that's not, to me, that's not even, you don't have to make it. You are part of it already. I'm just waiting for you to accept it. That's, that's the screw part. And that's probably why people come up with these defensive and defend something about themselves, or they want to create something new about themselves in order to justify why they don't want to be part of a working solution that's already in front of them. You see, that's the scary part. It's in front of you. It's already here. It's there. And you look for reasons to not be a part of working solutions or even participate in working solutions, because you're going to try to formulate your own way of thinking or agree or just echo what other people told you, or YouTube videos or media or social media have leaned toward. So in my mind, you're already an Americanteer. It's just a matter of acceptance and not coming up with all these little sidetrack excuses and justifications to help yourself feel more like, oh, I have my own way of thinking, and it's better than your way of thinking, or, I don't have to, do that. But you really are already, you already have shown me that you are a part of other working things in our social structure, and you're trying to deny it as I'm a free thinker in a sense, and therefore this is where I stand, and it's not exactly where I stand. They're not saying that to me. They're saying this like in order to justify not being a part of a new movement, a new America, a new thing, that could really work. They get, maybe they feel threatened, maybe they feel defensive. They just, it makes people want to backstep because it's all like a conversation that most people just do not want to have. People don't want to talk about unification. People don't want to talk about unity. People don't want to talk about love. People don't want to talk about real change. People want to talk about like the negativity, the how things are going downhill, how it's going down the tubes, and they have 10 reasons and justifications to throw on the table as to why everything's going bad. I don't have 10 reasons as to why everything can go good. So it's there's no to create a false sense of stand-in, a false sense of argument, a distraction. It'd be so much easier just to be a part of a working, unified America than to always promote or talk about how, we're just falling apart, and it's creating more friction. See, and I could talk about friction in every group of people in America about what's going on, and we will. I will. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. I mean, it's kind of like my place right now, and also to help correct you, to help you cross that line, which is really, really easy. And so I don't, there's confusion with me toward other people, and I'm just kind of baffled as to why they do not want to really embrace real change. Even though we all talk about change, we all talk, we all talk about the negativity part of what's going on in America. Everything that's going wrong. When I'm talking about everything that can go right now, today, for everyone. So we got to fight that negative agenda, of the people, the way they're thinking, and the hardwired way of systematically want to just, turn them. People just turn out to be mean and passive aggressive, sideways anger. I mean, it's not a good thing. It's not about helping, really. It's not really helping you, except trying to help yourself, or sidestep any responsibility or accountability to be an Americanteer, which is probably what scares people the most. I think the second reason why people get scared is that they are frightened because they can be very, very successful. And that's something saying that it's going to be successful makes people more freaked out than something that's going to be a failure. They'd rather join a bad movement of cheats and liars and thieves because they really know they're in a bad movement, and they're probably just bad people supporting bad people. When I come along, it's a whole different game. And so, people are like, oh my God, this could work. And that right there will trigger everything, like I can't be a part of something that's really going to make me work, or it can be very successful. I can't share part of my efforts or life or anything toward a good thing for America, because I'm already focused over here, and my focus is just on certain small things and certain people, certain groups, and how we can, I don't know what you do with your time and energy with these people, how we can educate America, how we can attack, or how we can be watchdogs. And it's the same story, though. I hear the same story. When you can just use your time and energy toward being a good Americanteer, help spreading the word of being an Americanteer, and that way we can grow together as one. And the people who do not want to be a part of unity will eventually become a part of it, because they'll just be overwhelmed by the unity of what we are as Americans and what we can do. We are resilient, strong people. We're about helping each other. The hurricane just passed through Florida, and people are getting together. Americans helping Americans. That's where it's at. Even though our government's going to step in and help too, which they need to do ASAP in so many ways. But on the ground, at that bottom level, it's not all just rescue workers and stuff like that. These are, there's a lot of Americans are helping other Americans, strangers, just complete strangers, but helping. That's being an Americanteer. That's doing the right thing, and it's very natural. Americans can do that all day long. And we feel great about it, feel happy about it. I mean, this is really about humanity, and how we can unify together. And especially when it comes to a common threat, like a natural catastrophe, like a hurricane or a tornado, or anything like that. You'll notice that Americans will go help their neighbors, or help someone down the block they never met. That is what Americanteers are being about. And if you're one of those people who say, no, I don't want to help anybody, it's their problem, it's not my problem. Even though my neighbors are just lost everything, I didn't lose a thing, so, forget that. You can't tell me you're going to sit back and let that happen. You're going to go out and try to help. I know you are. I know that kind of heartfelt movement is just an action that propels us to do these wonderful things for other people. And it's not because someone asked us to, or we had to make some decision, or some like political thing. It was just the right thing. And that's what I'm trying to say when I talk about Americanteers, is just do the right thing, and we're on our way. And we're taking off. We're creating new change. We're creating a new America, and of course it's going to be met with all kinds of resistance in a lot of different ways. Believe me, I've been facing resistance for, I don't know, as long as I've been doing this, of course. And I'm always just never really get mad. I just shake my head and just kind of like a disappointment because, people still want to hold on and defend the old America, the old way of thinking. They want to promote a hateful new way of doing things instead of hearing me out and talk about, like, we can do this together. We're in this together. And I can't be more direct in that. We are in this together. Do you understand what that, the word even means? I mean, you can't say, oh yeah, we're in this together, it's just me and my community, and that's together. No, you're part of America too. So don't try to create, like, we're separated from America now. And, that's just, why? What's that about? Where's that come from? It's just a very selfish way of thinking that is not helping anyone but your own self and your own status with your own group of people. I know you think it's helping, and I'm sure it is to some level, and I'm not going to argue that. And I probably respect you, and I know I'd respect you, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I respect a lot of those people out there, and for doing what they're doing. Do I agree with them 100%? No. But I do respect what they're saying. I understand what they're saying. I want to know what they're thinking. I want to know what they're saying anyways, because it's just a whole other extreme of a flip side of what people think, where America is at right now. And it's not what I think exactly, but it's interesting to see what they have to say. And we're talking two different languages at the same time. Even though I know I want to talk just one language in the middle, common ground. The people already fixated in their bubble are, like I said, they're just too scared to meet in the common ground. It's just a fearful place for them to be. It's unknown. They don't know what's going to help Americans. I'm helping myself, I'm not trying to help Americans, but I'm not trying to say the burden of helping all America or save America is on your shoulders. I'm just saying that 0.0000001% of your efforts is helping America. And that's all it requires. I'm not even saying it, you have to give up or do something or give me money, or it doesn't have anything to do with that kind of stuff. But joining and understanding the set of principles and the character that we are building towards a new America, with everyone included. Okay, and if you exclude people, from a new America, then you're just trying to create an old America, a hate America in a lot of ways, saying, oh no, it's about us being Americans, and everyone outside of our usness is not American and should be gone, and that's not America either, and I can, and believe me when I say this with that group of people, I know where you're coming from. I know what you're talking about. I can help you and help the other side, get through this in an Americanteer way of thinking, not in this hard contrast way of thinking, but in an Americanteer way of thinking, and to help for all of us to get on the same page. And it doesn't mean we have to fully agree with each other, by no means. It just means that we understand the conversation on that page, okay? So things can still be abrasive, or things can still be a little awkward, but that conversation will pass down to a different generation who will embrace it more, who decide, like, you guys, like, we are just older, dumb Americans because we screwed up America because of our own selfish way of thinking and acting out. And it created more hate. And that hate then backfired. And that's just no good. And so with love and unity, being a part of a new change in America is doing something completely different. Not doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It's a new place to go to, new sanctuary for everyone. And that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, have a awesome day, and peace, love, and we'll talk later. Okay, thanks.